Our first guest has been on a remarkable American journey from the south side of Chicago to Princeton and Harvard, from the White House to the top of the New York Times bestseller list, and now she is talking to puppets on Netflix. She's a Mr. Hooper for another generation on her new show, Waffles and Mochi. Please welcome Michelle Obama. How are you?
Doing great, Jimmy. I love that introduction, the new Mr. Hooper. I love that.
Yeah, Mr. Hooper. You remember Mr. Hooper? Oh, the Big Bird.
Of course.
Big Bird called him Mr. Looper, usually.
That Big Bird.
How has lockdown been going for you guys? Has the family been together?
Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, yeah, we have been together. It's going well. You know, we are of the mindset in this time that if we have our health, we're doing well. So we are blessed, but no, we have been together for a very long time.
How long was it fun? I would imagine when the kids come back and they're back in the house.
Well, yeah, it was fun for a long time. I mean, we set up this routine. We you know, where everybody would go into their spaces and they'd do their work. The kids would do their classes and, you know, we'd be doing whatever. And then we'd come together for cocktail hour, you know, get a glass of wine and do an activity. Like we were into puzzles for a while. I bought some oil paints. We had painting week.
Wow.
I'd taken up knitting, you know. The girls were baking. It was all just sugar and light. And then we'd have dinner and then we'd play a family game. I think that lasted for a month or so. And then, you know, the kids would come down later, be a little more surly, a little less communicative. We ran out of funny stories to tell. That was, you know, and then summer came and that helped. So we could eat outside every now and then. Now a year in, you know, we don't even really get a hello when people come to the table. Sometimes it's like, hey, what's up? How's your day? Same. Sasha's like, same. Dad, nothing happened to me, okay? Nothing happened.
And how about Dad? Is Dad, because you've spoken and he has spoken about the fact that he's not exactly tidy around the house. Has he shored up that area of behavior? Is he being cleaner in the house?
He's cleaner, but it's not because of him. It's because he has someone that does it now.
I see.
But he likes to take credit for it. Like, see how neat I am? It's like, it's not you. You really have nothing to do with it.
I do the same thing.
So yeah, it's very neat around our house.
I got you.
Except for the kids' rooms, and we just don't go up there.
Okay, that's probably the, you know,
just giving up that floor.
The president was on our show right when his book came out, and in that first week, his book outsold your book. But since then, I think you're like, do you know how far ahead of him you are as far as book sales go?
No, Jimmy, of course I don't count. Of course I know. I'm way ahead. Way.
Well, since you don't know, I will tell you, it's 3.3 million, which is a lot of books, to 15+ million, which is a lot more books. No. And you both have podcasts now. Are you comparing downloads as well?
No, not really, because it's like my podcast came out in the summer and his just came out. So it's kind of like we're tag teaming, you know. I do something, he does something, I do something, so.
He follows, yeah. He has a tag team, he has a partner in his tag team, Bruce Springsteen, who he said on his podcast that you suggested he spend more time with Bruce Springsteen, because Bruce seemed to be more evolved than he is. And
no, I hear people laughing.
Yeah.
But let me just say this. Bruce Springsteen is one of my favorite people, not just because of his music, but he's one of the few men that I know who has really done the work of self-reflection, and he's willing to share, right? So, I mean, he really goes in, and that's what Renegade, the podcast, is all about. It's like, how rare is it, Jimmy, for men to tap into their feelings, Jimmy. I'd love to talk to Molly about this. I think she would want to talk to Bruce too. She would want you to talk to Bruce. It's just the rare thing for two men to talk about feelings and fears and growing up. And Bruce was always, since I've known him, he's been very forthcoming. So that's what makes the podcast amazing.
Do you feel that it has rubbed off on Barack, Bruce?
Yeah, more. Yes, I do. He is becoming more tapped into his feelings and ready to express them.
It seems like it was 100 years ago, but it was a couple of years ago. I interviewed you in Tacoma, Washington, in front of a big group of people. You were on your book tour, and we had a great talk. It was a lot of fun, and everyone was very excited to see you. And I asked you a question that night. And I actually asked your husband this question as well, and he kicked it back to you. I asked you that on the night that SEAL Team 6 took out Osama bin Laden at your husband's order, did you and your husband make love that night to celebrate?
You know, I have to tell your audience that for some very sick reason, you are very obsessed with this portion of that major historical event.
Yes.
In a way that no one in the history of all the conversations I've had, has anybody drilled down on this particular point like you, Jimmy Kimmel. So I turn that back on you.
That's my version of self-reflection.
That's what you want to know. You're still that little boy in your bedroom under the cover with the flashlight going, I hope nobody sees me.
Yeah, actually, it was a propane torch, and that's why the house burned down. But yeah.
I'm still pleading the fifth.
You're pleading the fifth, all right. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. You're from Chicago, where they really celebrate St. Patrick's Day in a big way.
Turn an entire river green every year.
And you guys are also... You've been honored by, I don't know where this is in Ireland, but we have a photo of the Barack Obama Plaza, which appears to be a truck stop at which there are statues of you and your husband. Wow.
That is real.
Yes.
People, that is not, that's not Photoshop. That is in Moneygall.
Have you been there to visit?
Yes. In fact, was it first term or second term? I'm getting it confused, but we went to Ireland and we visited Moneygall, which is a wonderful town, and he has many, many cousins there.
Right.
And we had a night at the pub where we drank some Guinness and laughed and joked. It's obviously his grandmother, his maternal grandmother's side of the family is from Moneygall. And since then, some of them have came to the White House to visit. So, you know, a lot of people think the O in Obama. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a little apostrophe after it.
Right. There's an apostrophe that no one knew about. Yeah, no, so that's his ancestral home is Moneygall.
When is the last time the two of you got really drunk?
Let's see. What's today?
Michelle Obama is with us. Her show is called Waffles and Mochi. It's on Netflix. We'll be right back with I think, perhaps an insurmountable challenge as Michelle Obama goes one-on-one with my daughter, Jane. We'll be right back.
What do we have here?
We have this magnificent spread of mushrooms.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This one looks just like an elephant ear.
That's because it's an elephant ear mushroom. And they're really tasty, too.
Where did you get all these amazing mushrooms?
A mushroom farm in Japan.
In Japan? Mm-hmm. You went to Japan?
That's right.
You guys are so busy.
I thought I was busy.
We really learned that just because something is different, it doesn't mean that you won't like it.
That is Waffles and Mochi, the new beloved children's characters on Netflix, and Michelle Obama, executive producer of the show. Your husband is executive producer of the show as well. Did he do any work on this show?
No, absolutely nothing.
Nothing. That's a quality many executive producers share. So, by the way, what a great idea for a show, because it is very difficult to get some children to eat healthy and to try new things and to try things from all around the world. You've got chefs on the show. You've got celebrities on the show. You got Lionel Richie even on the show encouraging the kids to eat. How did Lionel come to mind when doing a show about children and food?
You know, the co-creators reached out to a broad cross-section, and Lionel Richie helps to close out the season, kind of in a surprise way that I won't give away.
Okay, all right.
If you can imagine, you know, how would Lionel Richie show up with waffles and mochi? But it's just amazing. And of course, a lot of the celebrity guests were excited to join in, because you look at the script and you see this, you know, the storyline, and there's humor. There's one of the co-creators who's Jeremy Connors, who was a co-creator of Drunk History. So he brings the funny, if you can imagine. So it's one of these shows that you want to watch with your kids, but you also just want to watch it, right? And that's the beauty of something like this. And as a parent of children, you know, you realize there's not a lot of shows that you want to sit down and watch with your kids and laugh along. And this is one of those.
Have you been in a situation as First Lady or other in which you were asked to try something food-wise that you really didn't want to eat, but you had to be nice and eat it to be polite?
That's like every foreign trip.
Really?
Okay? You know, you do a lot of cutting up in small pieces and a lot of scooting around, you know?
Right.
Just politely scooting and moving. And then there are the instances where you get a sign from an agent to don't eat what's on your plate.
Oh.
And that's, there have been times where it was like, don't touch that, ma'am. And
because they feel it is not safe.
They're in the kitchens watching what happens.
Wow.
So they know what's going on. And so there are those instances where, you know,
that makes
you just sort of talk and laugh and
yeah, right. Wow.
So yeah, you know, so I know what it's like not to want to eat something. I can relate to Jane.
Well, yes, I'm glad you brought that up, because you know you have an impossible task ahead of you. My daughter Jane does not eat, but well, you gave it. Let's take a look and let's see how Michelle Obama stacks up against Jane Kimmel, age 6.
Is a setup.
So I'd like to introduce you to my daughter Jane. Jane, come on in. Jane. Say hi to Mrs. Obama.
Well, hey there, Jane. You look lovely. First of all, let me just say, you look just like your mom.
Oh, what? How old are you, Jane?
6.5.
6.5. Ooh, that half adds another layer of challenge.
The half is very important. Mm-hmm. Do you like vegetables?
Yeah. No.
No?
I eat avocado, which is a vegetable.
She does eat avocado.
Well, so, Jane, why don't you like vegetables?
Because I don't really like to try new things.
I know. I was like that when I was your age, you know. You know what I like to eat? And the only thing I would eat for breakfast every morning until I was 19? Peanut butter and jelly.
What? For breakfast?
Yeah, for breakfast. But here's what I learned. If you try something new, just try it. That you open up your taste buds and then you'll like a whole bunch of new things. So, can I get you to try? Just try a vegetable. Just try it.
No way.
Those
I
are
can't.
carrots?
No, I can't.
Why can't you try a carrot?
I just don't want to.
Do you feel like you're eating a snowman's nose? Is that why you won't eat it?
I have an idea. Can you help me with something?
Can you help Mrs. Obama with something?
Uh-oh. What's that?
Green beans.
Green beans.
Dad, no.
But I've got a game. Jane, can you help me teach your dad a game that I learned from 2 of my best friends? They're Waffles and Mochi. Waffles is a cross between a frozen waffle and a Yeti. And Mochi's got a little bitty mouth. And Mochi can't eat big things. So Mochi taught me this game called the small bite game. Dad, can you try to cut those carrots up into the smallest bites?
The smallest.
We're losing her.
Small. I told you she's tough. Let's bring Billy in. Hi, buddy. Hi, Crazy. What do we have here?
It's Billy.
And that's that.
Well, this was an epic fail.
Yeah.
This was a complete setup.
Well, you know what? You gave it a try.
I did. Jane, can you do me a favor? Can you at least watch Waffles and Mochi?
Watch Waffles and Mochi.
It doesn't require eating anything.
You don't have to eat. You just have to watch TV. You know how to do that, right?
I don't want to watch TV.
Oh, she's the best at watching TV, for sure.
Well, thanks for being a good sport, sweetie. I'm still very proud of you.
How about this? Will you eat that?
Oh. What if we put the string beans on the pizza?
Oh, that's a great idea.
No.
Oh, okay, that's a bad idea. Thank you, Mrs. Obama. Sorry. Well, you know what? You gave it a really good try.
Yeah, that was a tough one. You know, she wasn't having it.
Maybe next time you are with us, you can get Guillermo to eat some vegetables, yes?
Yeah, for sure, yes.
He will eat, yes, all right. Waffles and Mochi, this is the show. It's available on Netflix now. If you want to help Michelle Obama provide healthy meals to families in need, go to wafflesandmochi.org. Thank you, Mrs. Obama. It is great to see you. We will be back with Brittany Howard. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. An evil wizard has trapped me inside this YouTube video. Click subscribe to help me escape.